Good morning everyone. So this video is for educational use of our group as allowing our instructor Mr. Roldan Ardimes to use this as educational material. Our objective of this video is about sexual self, about sex and gender variation.
So what is sex? So sex, it refers to the physical or psychological differences between males and females, including both the primary sex characteristics or we all know this is the reproductive system, and the secondary characteristics such as height and muscularity. It was introduced by Diamond 2002. So sex also is therefore defined by the reproductive organs, including the cellular components, the chromosomes, and the hormones. So the next one is the sex variation. According to WAAC or Western Australian AIDS Council 2020, there are 3 sex variation. So the first one is male. So it is a person with a penis or the male reproductive organ with XY chromosomes in the cells, and the body is capable of producing high levels of testosterone. So as usual, we all know that male is the boy or have a penis in his reproductive organ. So it is common here in the world that we have a boy or male in this gender or sex variation. So the second one is female. So female is a person with vagina or the female reproductive organ, XX chromosomes, and is capable of releasing high levels of estrogen. So as usual, we all know that female is the one who give birth to babies. So they have a vagina, which is their female reproductive organ, and they are also with XX chromosomes and is capable of high levels of estrogen. So the third one is intersex. So it is a person with sexual anatomy or chromosomes that do not fit in the traditional definition of male or female. So I know that this is not familiar with us, no? In short, intersex is they do not fit with male or female. They are both mixed. They are born with reproductive organ of a female, but eventually they develop as a male. Their masculine is developing. That's why they are considered as that's why that is considered as intersex. So there are 3 types of gender variation. Number 1 is cisgender. It is a person identifying himself or herself with a sex assigned them or to them at birth. So for example, there are only 2 gender, which is male or female. And the second one is transgender. So this gender variation, transgender, is a identity that does not match to their sex that they were assigned at birth. So for example, they were assigned as male when they born, but typically when developing they identify themselves as a female. That's an example of transgender, that they were born as a female or male, but typically after they developing themselves, they identify themselves as male or female. So gender fluid. So it is referring to a person whose gender identity is not fixed or shifts depending on the situation. For example, a person will feel or more feminine or identify as a woman on some days, but on another day they may feel more masculine and identify as a man. They might also feel neutral or somewhere in between other days. So it is not fixed. They can be more masculine or sometimes they can be feminine. It depends on the situation.
So, the human sexual response refers to the physiological and psychological changes that occur in the body during sexual activity. It is commonly described in 4 phases based on the Masters and Johnson model. Number 1, excitement phase. The body begins to respond to sexual stimuli, leading to increased heart rate, muscle tension, and blood flow to genital areas and lubrication in females. Number 2 is plateau phase. a heightened state of arousal where physical response continue to intensify, preparing the body for orgasm. Number 3. Orgasm phase. The peak of sexual pleasure characterized by rhythmic contraction of the muscle in the pelvic region and release of sexual tension. Number 4. Resolution phase. The body gradually returns to its normal states with muscle relaxing and heart rate slowing down. In males, a refractory periods occur during which they are temporarily enabled to achieve another orgasm.
My topic is about biological sexual behavior. And first of all, also human sexual behavior, it includes actions related to finding a mate and reproduction. It is shaped by biology like hormones and genetics, as well as by social and emotional factors. This behavior is complicated because it also involves feelings, pleasure, and cultural norms. And I have 5 examples. The first one is sexual identity. The way a person identifies their sexual orientation, like straight, gay, or bisexual. And the second one is sexual feelings and desires, the emotion and attractions someone feels toward others. And the third one is self-perception and confidence, like how a person views their own sexual attractiveness and abilities. And the last one is sexual expression. We knew how someone shows or communicates their sexuality.
So what is the chemistry of lust, love, and attachment? First is lust. Lust is the intense physical attraction and craving for sexual intimacy driven by hormones like testosterone and estrogen. It is often short-lived and focused on physical pleasure rather than emotional connection. While lust can be a part of love, it alone does not create deep, lasting relationships. So the second one is love. Love goes beyond physical attraction and includes emotional intimacy, trust, and care. It is influenced by oxytocin and bonding hormone, which strengthens feelings of closeness and connection. Love takes time to develop and is based on mutual understanding and emotional support. So the last one is attachment. Attachment grows over time, creating a deep sense of security and emotional connection. It is essential for long-term relationships, providing stability and comfort. Strong attachment can exist in romantic, familial, and platonic relationships, reinforcing bonds even beyond sexual attraction.
Sexual behavior diversity, orientation, identity, expression. There are 3 parts. First, sexual orientation. Sexual orientation refers who you are romantically or sexually attached to, such heterogeneous, attached to the opposite gender. Homogeneous, attached to the same gender, or bisexual, attached to the both gender. It's all about feelings of attachment rather than identity. Sexual orientation or separate from gender and can be fluid of some people. Next is gender identity. Gender identity is your personal and internal sense of being male, female, or non-beyond of another gender. It may or may not align with the sex aligned at birth. This identity is deeply felt and can remain constant or evolve over time. And lastly, gender expression is how to present your gender through clothing, behavior, hairstyle, and voice. It can align with traditional expression, masculine or feminine, or exists outside from them. Androgynous or fluid gender expression can change based on personal preference, culture, and conflict.
STDs. Example of sexually transmitted infection STIs include the chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and human papillomavirus (HPV). Other STIs include and trichomoniasis and STI caused by a parasite and hepatitis B and a viral STI that can lead to liver cancer. Herpes simplex virus HSV, a viral STI that can cause genital herpes. HIV, a viral STI that causes to age. Pubic and STI caused by insect and meats and STI caused by
A contraceptive is any method, device, or medication used to prevent pregnancy. There are different types: barrier methods like condoms, hormonal methods like birth control, pills, and injections. A uterine device, natural methods like the withdrawal methods, and permanent methods like vasectomy and tubal ligation. Contraceptive works by stopping sperm from reaching an egg, prevent evolution, and entering the uterus to prevent implantation. They helps in family planning, preventing unplanned pregnancies, and even protecting against sexually transmitted injections in some cases.
Secondary sex characteristic and human system. Secondary sex characteristic develop during puberty and include physical traits like body hair, voice changes, and breast development. Regulated by hormones like estrogen and testosterone. These features help signal sexual maturity. During puberty, secondary sex characteristics develop as a result of hormonal changes in the body. These physical traits such as body hair, voice changes, and breast development help signal sexual maturity. These changes are regulated by hormones like estrogen and testosterone, which play a crucial role in the development of this characteristic. The development of secondary sex characteristic is an important part of the maturation process and during adolescence.
Erogenous zones are sensitive body areas that can lead to sexual arousal when stimulated, such as lips, neck, genitals, and inner thighs. They vary by individual.